here we're going to do the icons for the serpent transmission. So, if you don't see the top of my head, don't worry, that's not the part of the body you need to be looking at, okay? I'm feeling also to get us also just starting to shake things up, but in a gentle way. I'm going to teach you a very, very, very simple breath technique. It's just a foundational breath technique. It's just a foundation to knowing how to breathe, really, especially when we do pranayama work. I know that Natasha's going to be building up on some of these, so there's a lot more that we could teach you. I'm just in the middle of a really intensive pranayama teacher training course. And goodness, there's so many things I'd love to share with you down the line, but we've got to start layer one first and foremost. So often, as you know, we're talking about the root and all these kind of wonky serpent energies. And when our root and our sacral areas, and maybe even up a little bit up to the solar plexus, are blocked or aren't functioning in the way they should, or are leaking, we can often be attracting lots of social dramas, crazy things into our lives. And I'm sure a lot of you, because we're in this constellation, are maybe going through things that bring up old sexual issues or old relationship issues. Maybe we're of a sexual nature, all things about boundaries in these parts of your body. So first and foremost, we're just going to actually teach you really simple breathing technique, which helps you to start to shake up those areas, okay? We have these things called grunties, which are blocks, where blockages sort of sit in the body. And there's a grunti here where basically lots of, well, it's more like a solar plexus, where a lot of wonky energy resides. So what we want to be doing is getting the energy shifting up. So what we have to start doing is abdominal breathing and doing it the right way. Okay, so I'm just going to show you, and we're going to do about a minute of this. I ask you every day to do about a minute of this before you work on the next bit, which is your Mulabandha. Okay, and this is very subtle, but it's just going to start to educate you as to what's going on in your lower center, so that you can actually start to make a more stable life for yourself by actually working with those energy centers and preventing the leakage, and also by working with the blocks that already exist. So when we breathe in, we actually want to be extending our balloon, our Buddha belly, and when we breathe out, our tummy should be coming in, okay? And so what you want to put your right hand on your navel, and then to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, okay? And we're going to do this for roughly a minute, right? And just do it with me, okay? So and one more. And just come back to be more present when you feel. Now, one of the benefits of this exercise is also it also helps to massage your liver, which obviously we're going to be starting to clean from this period onwards. So you're massaging your kidneys, your liver, your internals, stomach, the lower stomach anyway. And basically it's just great. It's really great for elimination. So as we're working with the moringa and the dandelion, doing this exercise is also going to help you to flush out toxins. This is a really preliminary first step, but really you'll notice if you do this every day that it's just going to help you. It's going to help you feel more rooted and grounded as well, which is really important. We have to remember the roots and the sludge, okay? So we want to keep rooted while we're here on this program. So just please try to do 1 minute of that every day, or 32 repetitions, okay? Now you can lead straight into this next super important bandha. Bandhas are locks that help to also shift the energies of the grunties, okay? The Mulabandha, many of you will know. It's really working with the pelvic floor. Now, I'm going to teach you several levels of this, but I'm going to really start just with the Mulabandha. But if you want, you can also seal in the energy on the top of your palate by putting your tongue on the roof of your mouth. In the ancient traditions, the tip of the tongue is supposed to go all right down to the back of the nasal passage and up your nasal passage, up into your brain. So there, that's what you're going to work towards. That's answers on postcards to anybody who gets that far. Apparently my teacher can do it. So just bring that in if you want. You can also focus your eyes closed up onto your third eye if you want. But the most important thing is just the sexual center, okay, and just locking that in. So this is not something that's necessarily perceivable to the open eye, but it is a strong and really important foundation to many yogic practices and indeed practices like Pilates. So when you want to seal the energy, so you could do your 32 repetitions and then you pull in your sex organs. You basically close your sphincter, not too tightly, just so that it's firmly shut. And you want to be basically holding that area, the perineum and around that area basically, so that it be basically if you were really needed to go to the toilet and then you didn't want to, so you're holding it in. This is for number one. You would hold that in, okay? So that's how you'd be doing it. So it's not like really super clenching. You want to be able to start to build this up, that it's something you can almost do naturally. And the more and more you train these muscles, it's actually, the more and more we work with this, if you read the work of Mantak Chia, you know, when we work, we can actually work with different parts of the pelvic floor. And as we massage different bits, by tightening it, it actually massages, sends signals to different organs. So that's something you can develop over time. But for now, just pull in the sex organs and try and pull your diaphragm back, okay? Some people pull it, in some traditions they pull it a bit up. For this particular one, just pull it back, okay? And so if you breathe in, and then pull up and put your tongue on the roof of the mouth and close the eyes. So the navel is pulling back as you do this. And try to hold the first time for 20 seconds, second time for 30 seconds, and try and build up to at least 40 seconds, okay? And then let your breath go. And then if you really want to cultivate this, try and do it 3 times. And then when you're out and about, if you start feeling you're leaking, start realizing monkey mind's kicking in and these lower emotions, just apply the root lock. It really centers everything through, okay? So let's just try that. So breathe in and then pull the root lock. The Mulabandha. And release. You can breathe out. So yeah, try to, this is one of the most important, for me, foundations in yogic practice and just learning to live again properly. We're just not taught about how much is leaking out of those centers. So once we develop a firm root, then it's amazing. We can really spring forward into a more present way of being without basically leaking lost our vital life force energy out and not using it for our own creativity. when we basically nurture and cultivate that, through, we can have periods of abstinence as well from sexual activity. Basically, that's all for our growth, for this realignment with Pachamama. And actually you realise you have more energy in the day, you feel clearer with your feel. It's just amazing. So enjoy that. In the next video, I'm going to teach you a little bit of trauma release exercises. Ciao, ciao, ciao.